Hey everyone, it's Angela Allen from the Handmade Homestead. It's day number 7 of the 3 Rivers Every Bit Counts Challenge, and here in my kitchen, we've been really busy. We've accomplished a lot so far this week, and we have a few projects to wrap up, and we're going to start a new project for today. First up, we're going to get these smothered green beans out of the freezer containers and freeze them. But you can see how they come out in these perfect 1-serving portions. Once we get them all popped out, we're going to put 4 in a bag, so that's 2 generous servings per person, and that's perfect for a meal for 2 people. We have a great vacuum seal, and that's 3 meals ready to go. Back into the freezer. So we have another project to wrap up from yesterday. Yesterday I put sweet potato leaves on the dehydrator, and those are finally finished. They're nice and crispy dry. And that's how you want them, super crispy. When you pick them up, they should crumble easily. And I'm going to go through and I'm going to crumble these down to big flakes. So 1, they will store better and fit in a bottle. And 2, when I go to use them, they're already ready. I just need to grab a small handful, throw them into my soup or my stew or my quiche or however I'm going to use them. I also dehydrated some herbs yesterday, and we'll get to those in just a second. But first, I'm going to jar up these sweet potato leaves. They're nice and crispy dry. Put them in a jar, put the lid on, leave them on my counter for a couple days. So every time I walk by, I will shake them just to make sure they're not sticking to the glass and there's no condensation. Want to make sure they're super dry. That's called conditioning in dehydrating, and it's something you should do with everything you dehydrate. I had also dehydrated some herbs on the last tray that was empty when I put the sweet potato leaves. So this is just a little bit of garden sage. I'm just rubbing out any sticks or bigger leaves will crumble down, and I'm going to put that right into my everyday herb bottle that I use next to my stove. And this is thyme, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to squish off all of the dried, crackly dried leaves, take out any sticks I can find, and I'm going to put those in the bottle. Again, there's a cupboard right next to my stove that has all my herbs in it, so I'm going to put those right in there just for everyday use. This isn't for storage, it's just for using it. Alright, so my project for today. These are all bottles of tomato sauce that I jarred last year. They're perfectly fine, perfectly delicious. The thing is, I still have a lot left. I still have another 6 jars on my pantry shelf. Don't you love that sound when you pop open a well-sealed jar? Alright, I don't use a lot of spaghetti sauce or pasta sauce, but I do use a lot of pizza sauce. So because right now, even at the beginning of tomato season, I already have 50 pounds of frozen tomatoes in my freezer waiting to be made into sauce. So I'm opening all of this sauce, pouring it into my Instant Pot container. It's one of the biggest pans I have in my kitchen, and I'm going to flavor this for pizza sauce. So I've added oregano and basil and carrot tops because I love the flavor of them in sauce, and a whole bunch of other herbs to give us a nice, spicy, flavorful sauce and a little bit more salt. I'm going to package it up in 3-cup amounts in vacuum sealed bags and freeze it flat in my big freezer. That way when I want to make pizza, I can just grab a bag, throw it in some warm water, it'll defrost in a matter of a few minutes, and I'm ready to make homemade pizza at the drop of a hat. And we do eat pizza once or twice a week. My family loves it. It just makes more sense to me to do that. Now I could process this again and water bath can it into smaller jars, but I don't want to cook it again. It's already been water bath processed once. It's already been cooked when I made the tomato sauce to begin with from garden tomatoes last year. So I would just as soon just freeze it and not cook the flavors down anymore. This will be perfect for many months of fresh pizza anytime we want it. I love my food saver. Don't know what I'd do without one. It's just so helpful. So those jars gave me, I believe, 8 packs of pizza sauce. So those are going into the freezer. We're going to use them up in no time. So this is a lime watermelon popsicle I'm having as a reward for a day well done. Here's my calendar. Tomorrow's day 8. I will see you then. The Handmade Homestead can be found on TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram, and we look forward to seeing you there. Remember to like and subscribe. It helps so much, and we appreciate your time.